Welcome and thanks for watching. This is where you belong. I did a poll asking what you guys wanted to see: James Woods, clips on The View, or anything about Sidney Powell. And after 1,300 votes were cast, Sidney Powell news won. So we're going to do a quick update. Overall, there's just radio silence on Sidney Powell. I think it's part of some kind of a cease and desist with the machine company that she doesn't want to do. There's not a lot of pictures of her. There's not a lot of quotes. She's laying low. But here's an article I found on Politico. Meet the legal nerd who MAGA bigwigs are turning for help. This is about this guy on the left, is a guy named Stanley Woodward, is the lawyer who's taking on most of Trump and Trumpy MAGA people's cases. Woodward's eye-opening client list goes on. He represents Trump aide Walt Nauta, another figure of interest to prosecutors investigating the Mar-a-Lago documents, and Ryan Samsel, a prominent January 6th rioter accused of igniting the January 6th breach. He and his law partner, Tip O'Neill-era House counsel Stan Brand, filed a brief on behalf of GOP leader Kevin McCarthy during the contempt of Congress proceedings against Steve Bannon. And he's currently representing Peter Navarro, whose criminal trial for defying January 6th committee subpoena is slated to begin in early 2023. That's just a background on Woodward. Woodward says, "I'll sleep when I'm dead," he said wryly when a reporter commented on his crushing workload as he entered the courthouse on that October 19th morning. A few days later, Woodward almost fulfilled his prophecy when a car collided with the scooter he was driving, sending him to George Washington University Hospital. Now, I'm not saying who drove the car, but let's move on. Between October 21st and September 22nd, Trump's Save America PAC shelled out $120,000 to brand Woodward law. Prosecutors have raised questions about public news reports suggesting that several Oath Keepers, including Kelly and Connie Maggs, have had legal expenses paid by a group led by Sidney Powell, ding, a former Trump attorney. Woodward and his co-counsel, Julie Haller, a Powell ally, declined to publicly indicate whether they had accepted funds from Powell's group, but said they were in compliance with all rules pertaining to potential attorney-client conflict. So far, Sidney Powell's fundraising is going to just pay for lawyers. I found this article on Reuters. Trump ally Sidney Powell loses bid to end Wisconsin's sanctions appeal. That's hard to say. Powell argued the Seventh Circuit had no jurisdiction to hear her case, and she lost that. And then the state earlier lost a bid for $106,000 in legal fees against Powell. So this is just legal mumbo jumbo going on. This is normal court stuff, but it feels to me like Sidney Powell questioned an election. And now this is and you can't step into the legal world without opening that door to countersuits. All these legal proceedings need to play out before I can comment further without getting into trouble for now. And that's where Sidney Powell's at. If I hear more news about her, I will let you guys know. Thanks for watching. Now you have the update on Sidney Powell. Give us a thumbs up and leave a comment on what you think